So we have a Sanitaire on the right and a Sanitaire on the left. I have two 12-inch Sanitaire SC80, no, Sanitaire 12-inch Sanitaires. One Sanitaire on your right is my 889A modified with a dump out bag. And my 886 is already a shakeout. Now, the 889A is the one I like to keep clean and in good shape for testing and just using around purposes for the lighter use stuff. The 886 is my heavier use, commercial, more harsh type of stuff. So let's go ahead and for some of you commercial users, I'm about to show one problem that might occur as you use your Sanitaire. Let's go see that. So one problem that some of you guys might know about is the leaking dust around the bag area. Gets all over the back of the hood, gets all over here, just all of that. And I'm about to show you a couple of, I think, 2 reasons why that happens. I have done some experimenting on Sanitaires over the past, and I have found that there are 2 things that cause this. Let's go over the first one. As you can see, one Sanitaire has a cardboard thing on it, and one Sanitaire does not. As you can see, the 886 has been leaking dust around the housing because it does not have that cardboard thing. And this is actually not a bag seal. This is not because of the bag seal. This is because of the actual housing itself. In other words, the housing on the on some Sanitaires, like this one, this specific Sanitaire, this must be a lower than this side or whatever it is. Anyway, it likes to leak dust on this specific one. There are some Sanitaires like my SC899 that don't do that at all. But this one, it does that. So we're going to have to go ahead and fix that, shouldn't we? So obviously we have to clean off all this, so let's do that. Now obviously I'm going to have to get rid of some gunk that is still sticking on there with something else, but yeah. You want to make sure that everything is off. Even the sticky stuff, make sure all that is off before proceeding to putting something on there. So, in other words, I'm going to do the rest of the cleaning off camera, and then we'll proceed. So using some steel wool, I was able to get the rest of that stuff off. So what I'm going to do next is I have this cardboard here. I'm going to use some scissors to cut it up to size for that. And then after that, I'm going to cut a hole so that cut a hole in here so the air so that the air can get through the air path. So next time you see this, it'll be ready to be put on. Next up is I put some kind of glue on there. Excuse all the background noise. So this is the glue I'm using. So yeah, you just put that on there, and then there's a lot of background noise, so I'm gonna stop the video right here. Alright, so we got our little cardboard thing here. You want to make sure you add this. So I find it better to line it up like this. So I normally make the hole with a shakeout bag and using that. So I start out using this shakeout bag and then I slowly start using this hood. And before you even use your Sanitaire, you're gonna want to give this time to dry. So I in general give it time to dry before I put the bag on, and then after a little while I put the bag on, let it dry some more, and then I think like after an hour it should be ready to go. So that solves that problem. Now let me show you the second. It's been a couple of days, but I want to do the final conclusion on this. So in terms of my mod, this is where the dust leaked the most. This whole thing would just be covered in dust. But look at it now. No dust leaking out of here whatsoever. So this cardboard mod, and you can use a foam material or rubber. If you have rubber or cardboard, any of those items will work. Anything that seals well. Now, there's another trick. Don't expect zero dust. As you can see, there's some dust right here. And that's not because of the seal. That's because of the bag itself. So when your machine is turned on, do you see this part right here? When the unit is running, the bag puffs up, and when you stand the unit upright like this bag is this. And each time you do that, the bag bursts out some dust. So that's really a flaw of the shakeout bag itself. I've tried taping it and the bag won't puff up fully down here. So there's really nothing you can do to fix that. That's just part of owning a shakeout bag. But this video is really just to help you guys out if you're experiencing leaking dust down here. That's how you fix that. So, but this part right here, I guess you can put some tape, but it'll just fall off. But this little, where the bag bends right here is where dust leaks from the bag. So that's just part of owning a shakeout bag machine. And it isn't bad with a new shakeout bag. It's when your shakeout bag begins to age that it gets really bad. But anyways, so that's the conclusion. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for more. Well, I made quite the mess doing the cardboard thing with the 86. So how about we clean it up with my 89A? Here we go.